Coming up next on CPT, Curry's newest academic building opens to high praise, but construction isn't over yet. We have the details.
Heading out for the night with friends, fellow Curry students give us tips on how you can stay safe.
And an arrest has been made in the Wheaton College dorm arson fires. We'll have the charges the suspect faces.
Curry Primetime Report starts right now. Hello and welcome to Curry Primetime Report. I'm Bouthillette.
And I'm Colin Marr. Let's get right to the stories making news here on our campus. After a year of construction, it's finally open. I'm talking about the Science and Integrated Learning Commons building, better known as SILC. It houses everything from science classrooms to lounges to group project space. And CPT took a look inside. The Science and Integrated Learning Commons has only been open for a few weeks, but people are already flocking to the new building. Many students are saying that everything is state-of-the-art.
It's really modern, and I like modernization. It's really updated, so that way it's easier to get work done and to go to classrooms and all that stuff.
Students now have many new resources at their disposal. Those taking science classes have access to cutting-edge lab rooms, and others are grateful for the smaller quality-of-life changes.
I have an experiential learning class, and I like how it's like tables set up and the teacher's kind of in the middle rather than kind of in front of the class.
Now that the SILC is completed, this old science building is being gutted for Phase 2. That'll be finished in August of this year, and students can expect even more features when it's finished.
There'll be a cell tissue room. There'll be a room for the refrigerators, -80 equipment for cold storage. And then on the far end, directly behind me, will be another large biology lab.
But although the second part is incomplete right now, students are glad to have the new building open in the meantime.
I think with the SILC building, it's just another step into a better direction that this college is going into.
And that's something we can all look forward to. If you're looking for the cafe, you'll have to wait a little longer. That's part of the Phase 2 of the project, which is the renovation of the old science building.
The Learning Commons may still be an active project, but the new building is getting a lot of foot traffic already. That's why CPT sent in a crew to get even more opinions.
I like it so far. I was here last night doing work for a little bit. I like having a space besides my res hall that can be loud.
And it's a really good opportunity for more study space. I'm a commuter student, so it gives me a little bit more space and options.
Like there's TV screens all around the classroom. We're allowed to work in different groups on our own and everyone has their own screen, and they're able to connect with their peers more so than a regular classroom.
The old building has its flaws for just being a really old building in general, but this is just a step up to where the science program can go in the future.
After this construction attention, we'll turn to Curry's next big project, the new field house down on the athletic field. We'll have an update on that in our next edition of CPT.
And that's not the only change coming to Curry. As we reported earlier, a new major, forensic science, has started here at Curry, and it's really taking off. So if you're into crime scene investigations, this might be the right path for you. CPT's Francesca Macheco brings us inside the major.
Blood hits the wall and drips down.
Students can now learn how real-life CSI agents do their job with the new forensics major at Curry. Senior Jake says he wants to become an investigator.
And I'm kind of going into federal law enforcement. I guess my long-term plan is to kind of hopefully get in either the Homeland Security or FBI. CIA too, that'd be pretty cool.
Head of the forensics department, James Jabor, says he is pleased with the attention that the major is getting around campus and has a mix of students in every class.
A combination of not only forensic science majors, but other science majors in my classes, as well as criminal justice, psychology, and I'm trying to advance into the nursing program.
Jobs that you can pursue with a forensic science degree include crime scene investigator, detective, toxicologist, and many more jobs related directly to the forensic science major.
A unique experience the other day. We went out in the snow and got to spray footprints and tire tracks to kind of see how to take pictures of those and get all the details.
Technology has come a far way since James Jabor started his career in forensic science.
Databases with the computers make our investigative efforts much, much easier today, which includes completing facial composite programs with our victims and witnesses so we can get a suspect's face out as fast as possible.
The forensics major is just one of many advancements that the science department is making here at Curry. I'm Francesca Macheco with CC8.
If this major intrigues you, please contact Professor Jim Jabor. He's located in the Forensic Science Building, located in the Mayflower parking lot.
Planning on living on campus next semester? Make sure to pay your $300 housing deposit by March 25th. Remember, you'll need to pay your deposit to participate in the housing selection process. Selection for suites and singles are April 10th, and general selection will happen on the 11th. Still ahead on CPT, tips for staying safe out on the town late at night.
And later, what can the college do to help commuters be more connected to the Curry community? They're a growing segment of our undergraduate population. Stay with us.
What would the world be like without polar bears? Rainforests are clean water. World Wildlife Fund is an organization that focuses on the global threats and the forces that impact them. The strategy for addressing these problems is to integrate three major areas: water, forests, and climate. By directing our resources to these three elements, the World Wildlife Fund has leverage in protecting vulnerable places, species, and communities worldwide. For over 50 years, World Wildlife Fund has been the world leader in protecting the future of nature. They have close to 5 million global supporters. Even major companies such as Coca-Cola supports the World Wildlife Fund. Since 2007, Coca-Cola has been aiding in conserving the world's fresh water. One way the World Wildlife Fund helps animals on the brink of extinction is by allowing you to symbolically adopt an animal. You can save the world's endangered species. Symbolically adopting animals also makes for great gifts. Another way to help the World Wildlife Fund is to become a member by visiting our website.
Welcome back to Curry Primetime Report. You may remember the 23-year-old woman who was kidnapped and held against her will in Boston after leaving a bar alone late at night. Thankfully, she was discovered a couple of days later being held against her will in an apartment. CPT took to campus to find out what our students are doing to protect themselves while in Boston and elsewhere late at night.
Women and non-binary people, marginalized people, are at higher risk when going out, especially young people in their early 20s.
In an ideal situation, you wouldn't leave any place, especially after a bar, especially after hours, by yourself, and that goes for men or women.
Or there's like one of us in the group that usually takes that responsibility to be like the responsible driver.
We always go to the bar together and we leave together no matter what.
Just stick with people, stick towards the light, make sure your phone's always on, people know where you are.
Every couple of minutes, like if somebody goes off, like where are you, where'd you go?
Try not to be so intoxicated if possible, and have a friend with you.
Very important. Even as adults, to stick together and stay together.
Make sure that your friends are with you. Make sure you know where they're going.
I recommend the buddy system.
And if you're on campus and feeling threatened, head to a blue light and call public safety.
Another small snowstorm greeted Curry students the morning of Thursday, the 28th. While it certainly hasn't been the worst winter, it hasn't stopped some students from complaining, at least about snow cleanup on campus. We took to campus to see how students feel about snow removal efforts this year.
It was really icy, and I almost fell a couple times.
It's been all right so far. I mean, they could definitely put a little more sand and rocks all down, but I haven't slipped, so I mean, that's good.
Yeah. Oh, I think they cleared it pretty good. I didn't fall, so that's all I care about.
It's slippery, so I have an injury, so it's not good because when I slip, I'm scared I'm gonna make my knee worse.
I feel like it was pretty good because as a commuter, I drive through the roads and I feel like it was pretty good. It was clean.
Well, it was pretty slippery, so they definitely could have stepped up a little bit, but I didn't die, so I mean, I guess it was acceptable.
It was horrible. The whole pathway through 886, I was scared that I was gonna slip and fall and break my neck. So at least the sidewalks, please.
I think the sidewalks are always, to me, the last ones to get, cleaned off. So maybe if the sidewalks were the first ones to get cleared off so the students could have, an easier time getting to, point A to point B, that would be, I think, more beneficial.
They did a suspect job. It was cleared enough to, walk across so you couldn't slip, but it could have been a little bit better.
I came here the first week. It
there's like snow filling up the whole parking lot. Lucky I had a truck. I had to pull up on the pile and everything, parked outside and stuff like that.
Personally, I haven't found that it was too bad of a winter or cleanup at all.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tough job, but I think our building and grounds crew do a pretty good job in keeping it clear. This morning, there weren't any issues either.
Yeah,
so.
no problem at all for me.
For commuters, winter weather is only one of the hassles they face. If you could make life easier for our growing commuter population, what would your ideas be? We took to campus to find out.
Parking is very restricted and limited. If they had like a specific lot for commuters instead of like certain areas that they would like park, it would be much better than designated areas where people still park anyway.
I think they should build a garage.
They can kind of clear out some woods and maybe make a new parking lot.
They should take the basketball courts that all the construction vehicles are parked at, and they should turn them into parking spots.
They just made a new science building, maybe like give half of that area to commuters so they have somewhere to park.
There's a lot of open spaces on Curry College campus, so it could definitely help. Maybe an off-campus parking lot would help.
Are we going to, at some point, if we continue with the commuters, have to tackle what that parking looks like? For sure. But there's ways that we can do that with how we, when we offer classes and in what method we offer, that type of stuff too, before we start looking at the cost of an actual parking garage.
It's a matter of, well, it's easier said than done. Organization and trying to be more efficient with the use of the existing spots.
There should be a commuter club with an advisor who can sit down and understand what the needs are of a commuter student and how to empower them and get them more involved in activities.
Making sure that commuters know they can be involved on campus, they can hang out after class. I think it's really important for commuters to know that. I think they are doing a good job of that, but there's always you can do more.
For the record, Curry has no plans to build a parking garage.
It's now time to turn our attention to what's going on at other college campuses.
It's our college roundup. CPT's Mike Lacerte joins us in studio with more. Mike?
Thanks, Colin. In our last CPT, we brought you a story of fires in Wheaton College dorms. Last week, 22-year-old Janice Pimentel, a senior at the college, was charged with starting the fires. Police say she was spotted on surveillance video and apprehended. She was charged with 2 counts of arson, 4 counts of wantonly injuring real and personal property, and 6 counts of vandalism. Wheaton immediately suspended Pimentel. The frigid temperatures have been striking all over the country, with 21 college students dying from hypothermia and freezing. From Vermont to Iowa, there have been incidents like this all over the place in the past few months. While the temperatures have been up and down as of late, we are advised to dress warmly and appropriately for the weather to avoid the same fate. So stay warm, Curry. It could save your life. Wi-Fi at Amherst College has been down for a total of 5 days, affecting everything from amherst.edu site to the wireless signal across the campus. Students were frustrated with the lack of the signal, saying that a campus with a multi-billion-dollar endowment and $50,000 tuition shouldn't face these issues. Professors were unable to teach during this time, and officials have determined that the down signal was due to an aging network, infrastructure, hardware failures, and wiring issues. James Madison University in Virginia has a new dorm building under construction, and it will honor the memory of a slave. It is named after one of the most famous slaves owned by James Madison, Paul Jennings. Paul Jennings was a slave owned by James Madison and his wife, Dolly Madison. Jennings eventually became a free man and a homeowner in the District of Columbia. He's also famous for disputing the myth that Dolly Madison saved the portrait of George Washington in the White House when the British invaded during the War of 1812. Paul Jennings Hall is set to open in the fall and will house up to 500 students. Campus police at Towson University in Maryland issued a warning leading up to Valentine's Day concerning a mother who was wandering the campus on the hunt to find her son a date for Valentine's Day. The woman was reportedly seen walking around campus showing students a picture of her son on her phone, asking them if they would go on a date with him. The university reports that a criminal investigation is not being filed on the woman, but they are asking her to stop her, quote, concerning activities. And that's our college roundup. For CPT, I'm Michael Lacerte reporting. Colin, Patrick, back to you.
Thanks, Mike. And a note to Mom, don't do that. Still to come on the Curry Primetime Report, sports anchor Tim Smith gives us our Curry sports update, including a Curry women's basketball player who has broken a record.
And put on your Sunday best. The Career and Intern Fair is heading back to campus. Details still ahead.
More than 3,000 people died from distracted driving last year, and most of that came from texting. Texting and driving is one of the leading causes of accidents amongst teens. While many states have banned all drivers from using a mobile device while operating a vehicle, there are still some that allow it. At this point in time, majority of states, including all of New England and the tri-state area, have bans on texting while driving, and those that don't are working towards making it legal. Texting and driving can put drivers and others at risk of possible injury or even death. In 2013, more than 341,000 motor vehicle accidents were attributed to distracted driving due to a mobile device. That's 1 in 4 recorded accidents in the United States. Unfortunately, while many accidents involving teen drivers are fatal, as many as 10% of those are attributed to texting while driving. For more information on distracted driving, visit distraction.gov. Remember, when you're looking at your cell phone while driving, that's at least 5 seconds that you aren't watching the road. Texting can wait. Keep your eyes on the road.
Welcome back to CPT, and soon enough, seniors will be looking for their first career jobs, and many of us will be on the hunt for internships.
CPT's Connor Garrigan joins us in studio to tell us more about Curry's Career and Internship Fair, where you just may find an ideal match. Connor?
Patrick, if you're having trouble finding an internship or looking for one yourself after graduation, Curry has your back. On Wednesday, April 3rd, there will be a career and internship fair located at the Katz Gymnasium from 4 to 6 in the afternoon, and the dress attire is business, so look your best. Employers from all around are looking for capable students to work for them or intern, and no matter what field you're in, there will be a place for you there. You can register on your My Curry portal. It's under the Center for Career and Development tab, and it's free of charge. If you have any further questions, there is more info on your My Curry portal, and you can always ask your advisor for any lingering questions you may have. So, I'll see you there on April 3rd at the Katz Gymnasium. For CPT, I'm Connor Carignan. Over to you, Colin.
Thanks, Connor. Spring Weekend is happening on April 26th, 27th, and 28th. While many details have yet to be confirmed, we do know that there will be plenty to do, including a glow paint party as well as powder puff football games. Also happening that weekend is Curry Theater's performance of Legally Blonde. Check your emails frequently for updates on Spring Weekend as they come in. It's going to be a fun weekend that you won't want to miss.
You've probably seen some notices around campus promoting Relay for Life. Well, Relay for Life is an event that will be held in order to raise money to help people with cancer. Relay for Life will be held at the Katz Gymnasium on April 12th from 6 p.m. until 3 in the morning. There'll be food and entertainment for everyone who attends. If you decide to sign up, you can make a team either as a Curry-affiliated group or just you and some friends. And you can even set a goal for how much you would like to raise by the end of the night. If you're interested in signing up, there is a YouTube link that is connected through Curry's Facebook that will help you through the steps. Relay for Life is a good cause to get involved, and so tell your friends.
Curry Theater's Black Box production, New Plays Festival, is opening soon. This year's Black Box production not only highlights the students in their onstage talent, but also in their script writing work. The New Plays Festival highlights 3 short shows from current students Harper Pratt, Tasha Craig, and recent graduate Paige Dunlap. Tickets are limited, so make sure to look out for the ticket sales in the Student Center and AAPC during the week of March 18th. The Black Box production of New Plays Festival runs Saturday, March 23rd through Monday, March 25th at 7:30 p.m. in the Keith Auditorium. Well, now we're going to turn our attention to sports.
Tim Smith joined us in studio with the latest on our winter sports teams.
Thanks, Patrick and Colin. The Curry College men's hockey season came to an end with a 2-1 loss against the University of New England in the CCC semifinal. With this loss, they finished their season with a 16-7-3 record. The team was led by senior captain Zach White, who totaled 39 points with 23 goals and 16 assists. Billy Vizzo was second in goals scored with 12. I got a chance to visit with the team and its coach, TJ Manisterski, recently. The Curry College men's hockey team took the ice one more time for the 2018-2019 season. As the season came to an end, with a tough loss to the University of New England in the semifinals of the playoffs, Coach TJ Manisterski reflects on how his team performed throughout the year.
We finished the regular season 16-6-3. We went through a 4-game losing streak in November. So outside of that stretch, our record was outstanding.
Ending the season with 6 straight wins, Coach Manisterski gives all the credit to his players.
They're fast learners that work really hard and believe in themselves and believe in what we're capable of. So I don't think we overachieved. I think we just consistently got better, and hopefully we're still getting better.
After a 16-6-3 regular season, the Commonwealth Coast Conference named TJ Minashersky CCC Coach of the Year. Senior captain Zach White talks about the impact the coach had on the team.
It's obviously great to see our coach win that. He works really hard, he's dedicated, and he cares about the team a lot, so it just shows how much he cares about the team and our program.
Minashersky said this isn't an award for him, as it should be for his whole staff.
You win an award like that because of the performance of your team. So the players have a huge part in that, and your staff. I mean, it should be coaching staff award.
Since Minashersky took over in 2012, he has a 93, 74, and 16 record. Out of those 7 seasons, 5 of them were winning. Now on to men's basketball. The men's basketball team did not have the season they hoped for under first-year coach Joe Busacca, ending the season with a 1-24 record following a 90-52 loss at Salve Regina. Jared Thorpe Johnson led the team in points and rebounds, averaging 19.6 points per game and 6.5 rebounds. Curry's women's basketball had a better season, finishing the season with 15-12 after a 67-51 loss to Endicott College. Senior Emily Irwin was a standout all year for the Colonels, breaking the all-time scoring record previously held by Kylie Belts. Irwin's putback late in the game against the University of New England made it her 1,465th and 66th point, giving her the school record. The lacrosse teams are practicing, and the baseball and softball teams are heading down to Florida over spring break, so you know that spring is right around the corner. Make sure to check out the Curry Athletic page so you won't miss a game. For CPT Sports, I'm Tim Smith. Colin, Patrick, back to you.
Thanks, Tim. Well, everyone, it's that time of the year again. Spring break is right around the corner, and that means that the student resident halls will close soon enough. If you're a resident student, you must get out of the halls by Friday, March 8th at 7 p.m.
Residence Life and Housing also advises anyone leaving their car on campus over break to please move it to the front gate lot to assist with snow removal. We hope you enjoy wherever you're going.
Good luck with midterms, and we'll see you again on the next edition of CPT. Goodbye for now.